Hi, this is Tony Skursky, the broker here at Transaction Realty. Thanks for tuning in to one of our positive transaction videos. Today I have with me John Gideon from the General Pest Control Company. Welcome, John. How you doing?
Happy to be here, Tony.
Great, great. What we want to talk about today is when someone's buying a home, part of their inspections that they're able to get is for wood-boring insects, and that's also on the disclosure that they get from the seller. Could you tell us a little bit about what kind of pest wood-boring insects they're looking for when they're doing this kind of inspection?
Yeah, on the disclosure statement, the existing homeowners asked if they've had any evidence or history of various wood-destroying insects, which are primarily termites, carpenter ants, carpenter bees, and these wood-boring beetles. Those are the four most common ones that are found in our area here, at least in Ohio. The purchaser should be concerned because the presence of some of those insects could be a costly problem to correct. For example, if the house had termites and the seller had no idea of it, the buyer buys the house and all of a sudden now they have to do that repair work or the treatment to get rid of the termites.
And this could be like a bearing piece of timber that's actually holding up part of the home, isn't that correct?
It's possible for termites to have damaged homes to an extent that there is structural damage. So a buyer is well advised to have a termite, or actually it's called a wood destroying insect inspection done. In Ohio, it has to be done by a licensed pest control operator. The Ohio Department of Agriculture has a provision, it's called Category 12, which people who do the termite and wood destroying insect inspections have to pass that exam.
So you can look that up on the state agricultural site for Ohio and find out who's licensed to do that. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. And then when they go out to the home, what if there's areas that they can't get in, like crawl spaces or attic spaces that don't have ladders? Like, obviously they're going to disclose that they didn't get in there, but what's the solution to that?
It's really a complex issue, Tony, because the inspections are done year-round, and you have a variety of conditions. It could be wintertime, and you'd have snow and ice on the outside. There could be areas within the house that are being inspected that are locked. The inspector has to make a thorough visual inspection of the accessible areas of the house. And there's where the definition comes of what is accessible. As an example, if an inspector was going into a basement to look around the inside of the basement, and there are boxes and totes and clothes and things either stored or strewn about, and the inspector can't see the walls or the paneling that might be in the basement, they have to disclose that as something that was obstructed or inaccessible at the time of the inspection. Remember, the inspectors don't have X-ray vision. They can't see in between walls. They can't see things that are covered or blocked from view.
So if the buyers see this on the report, they should maybe try to convince the sellers to move those items so then a thorough inspection could be done. Is that what you're suggesting?
Yes, when the buyer receives the report, they should look beyond just the yes or the no as to whether there were any insects observed, and go to the section that's marked obstructions in inaccessible areas, and then question the inspector about what his opinion is about that. For example, there may be an attic in the house, but there's no pull-down stairs, or there's no fixed stairway to get into the attic. It's just one of those little hatches that you find in a bedroom closet. Right.
All right.
Well, the inspection process does not require the inspector to carry a ladder. So they have to disclose is, I did not inspect that attic space because it was inaccessible. But the buyer could say, I want it inspected, so then the two have to get together
and come up with a solution how that's going to get done.
Yes.
Okay, great. Is there anything else that it should be addressed when they're doing this wood-boring insect inspection?
It's, if possible, it's really to the buyer's advantage to be there at the time that the inspection is being done. No different than they would like to be there when the home inspector may be coming in to look at other items in the house. The buyer should make arrangements to be there when the wood destroying insect inspection is being done as well.
John, one of the things that I hear from realtors a lot is that, well, there's no termites in maybe a certain area, and we don't really need to do this inspection. What's your thoughts on that?
Well, in the state of Ohio, the northern part of the state certainly has a problem with termites than the central part of the state. And the central part of the state has a less problem than the southern part. There are areas around Cincinnati where the incidence of termites is far greater than what we have in northeast Ohio.
But they could still be anywhere in Ohio, right?
They are very definitely here in northern Ohio, but over the years, by plotting where we found termites, we found pockets of them. And I think you'd find the same thing if you were in the Columbus area or the Cincinnati area. And that's why dealing with a knowledgeable inspector who can point out an area that might be more susceptible than others with regards to termite.
A lot of people call it a termite inspection, but really it's a wood-boring insect inspection. Is that correct?
That's correct. The expensive pest are termites. To have a treatment done on a home, maybe a home that's 2,000, 2,500 square feet, could be in the $1,000 to $1,500 category. Treating for carpenter ants is way less than that in most markets. So it's the money pest is the termites.
Is the termites. Well, John, that's a lot of great information that you shared with us. If you're buying a home, make sure that you do have a wood-boring insect inspection done on your home to help protect yourself for any damage that insects could be doing to the home. Thanks for tuning in today, and we'll see you on the next video.